Are your kids always asking you to buy something? Or maybe you have a teenager who's always asking you for money, or maybe your kids are just not doing their chores, or they're doing it but not with a happy face. Well, I think I have a solution for you. Hey guys, it's Vani from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool. Today I want to talk about chores and do you pay for chores and allowances and things like that. And I just want to show you a system that I've created that has been working really well for us. If you're new to my channel, I'm a homeschooling mom and I have 3 kids. I have a 14, almost 15-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 6-year-old. And getting my kids to do chores, it used to be a bit of a hassle, especially for the teenager, getting her out of her room to come and do chores. And now my kids don't fight anymore to do chores. They actually fight for the chore chart, and I'll explain to you why, but there's no more trying to get out of doing chores. I also have a system on how my kids can get money and be in charge of spending their own money for field trips that we do. If we're going out somewhere, there's a gift shop, they're in charge of saving their own money and earning their own money in order to buy stuff. And in this way, they are learning the value of money, and they're learning that mom and dad are not made of money, because before, like, my kids would just keep asking and asking and asking and asking. And now when you give them, when they're in charge of their own money, they don't want to spend it because they're now considering what it took for them to earn that money, and then they're considering how is it worth me spending this money. So let me just jump right into what we do. So what you're looking at here is Canva, and I have this printed out and laminated, but I'm just going to show you on here because I don't feel like going throughout the house and looking for that sheet right now. So what we have here is a daily, a weekly, and a monthly checklist. Now there's a lot of blanks because as I get new ideas, I can go in here and either write it on the hard copy with a permanent marker, or I can just come on here and edit it and print it out again. So we have different sections here. We have the kitchen, we have the living room, we have the bedroom, we have dogs, and we have the outside. And then we have daily and weekly chores, and we don't have much for the monthly chores yet. But as you can see on the side, we have points. So every evening when it's time for chores, the kids have to get 3 points. So the reason why they're fighting for this checklist is because once that easy chore that's worth 3 points is done, whoever didn't get the sheet first, whoever got it last, gets all the leftover chores that the other kids don't want. It's pretty awesome. I didn't expect that at all. So they each have to get 3 points. So let's say like sweeping the floor in the kitchen, we have a pretty big kitchen area, that would be worth 3 points. My son has found a way around it by vacuuming it. It's fine as long as the dirt gets off the floor. Then we have some things that are worth 1 point. So someone might say wipe down the kitchen table and then sweep around the kitchen table and complete their chores, or they may wipe down the kitchen table and then tidy up the living room and then wipe the counters in the bathroom, and that'll be the 3 points. So I used to have a set of chores for each child. Like my oldest daughter's job was to do the dishes every night, load and unload the dishwasher. My son's was to clean up the puppy's weeby pads out back, like when we don't walk her and she goes on the weeby pads outside, he had to clean that. He hates it. He hates that job. And then my 6-year-old had to feed and give the dogs water, but the smell I mean, there's always a reason why they don't want to do their chore. And then it was just like a struggle, complaining. Why do I have to do this? Why this kid doesn't do anything? This person doesn't do that much. And so when I created this, I thought, well, now they get to be in charge, or they think they're in charge of choosing what they want, you know, what chore they want to do. And they're learning to contribute to the house. They're also learning not to make that much of a mess because they know that at the end of the night, they're the ones that are gonna have to clean it up. They're also learning how to clean different parts of the house so that when they grow up and they have their own place, they don't just know how to take care of the dogs or just know how to clean the bathroom. They know how to do everything because they've been doing it throughout their lives, doing different chores at different times. I also have some paid for chores here. I have like organizing the pantry, $3. And I know it seems like a lot, but you gotta remember I have a 14-year-old who expects big bucks for things, and then the little ones follow. So something like cleaning out the refrigerator can range from $5 to $7 depending on how much work it is going to be. So I have different things there for them to earn money. I don't have a lot on here right now, but I do plan on doing that. I'm also going to add babysitting. Is going to get my daughter some money, so she's been babysitting for us if I need to go, you know, to the gym to work out, or do something and she's got them for an hour, that's $5. If my husband and I, or if I'm, you know, none of us are here, and we're going out for a longer time, then it'll be $10, and depending on the activities that she does with them as well. Now, how do we manage their spending? So we have these cards here. They are green light cards, and what we do is I transfer the money from my bank account straight into these cards, and see how they have my little ones have their pictures on there. That way it goes in my wallet, and I have this with me all the time, and I can just take it right out of my wallet wherever we are. I hand them their card, they put it in the machine, they put their PIN in, they're learning how to pay for their own expenses. My son has an app on his phone, I have one on mine, where they can check, and my daughter has one on hers, where they can check the balance. Their allowance, they get allowance every Friday if they've done chores all week. So they're getting $1 per age. So my 6-year-old gets $6, my 11-year-old gets 11, my 14-year-old gets 14, and then so that's if they do their regular chores, they earned an allowance. And then if they want more money, they have to pick up extra jobs. Then whenever we go on field trips or we go to any fun places, you know, sometimes we treat them obviously, but sometimes I want them to learn to use their own money. So we put their money on here, and they are in charge of their spending. Let me know what you guys think about it and what tips you guys have. Leave it in the comments below, and I will see you next time.